week of incredible news at Mizzou continued on Friday big time. Gary Pinkel announced he'll retire at the end of the year due to health concerns. He was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma in May. I'm Brian Clark at Cinesport. For more, we join Dave Matter. He's been covering this entire story for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Now, Dave, just to get started, this is not related to the recent situation on campus and was actually already decided. Is that the case?
Well, yeah, Gary was diagnosed with a form of non-Hodgkin lymphoma back in May. He decided that he was going to be able to get through the season. And then in late October, he had a doctor's visit. After that, during Missouri's bye week, he decided with his family that he was going to resign at the end of the year. He just wanted to spend as much time as he could with his family and away from the grind of coaching. And then all of this stuff came up with the protests on campus, with the brief boycott with a portion of his players. And then he decided to go ahead and make this announcement this week, told the curators at Missouri on Tuesday that he was going to resign. This is not related to all the kind of controversy that was swirling on campus last week.
His entire Mizzou career, 117 wins, the most in school history. Fair to say he's one of the most important figures in the history of Missouri?
Yeah, he's right up there as far as the great coaches go at Missouri. He twice had this team a game away from playing for a national championship. He was the coach that oversaw the transition to the SEC, where Missouri had success in their second and third season right off the bat. So he's done a lot of great things for this program. He is going to leave it in far better shape than it was when he took over after the 2000 season.
And he'll leave it in very good shape for the next coach. Now, early on in the process, we know that, but who makes sense early on as potential replacement?
Well, a lot of the same names that you hear for some of the other jobs that are out there in the country. It's not a great year to be hiring a coach because there's so many open jobs, but there are some good candidates, and there's some obvious ones that stick out for Missouri. Tom Herman, the coach at Houston, is the obvious natural candidate. He was hired a year ago from Ohio State by Mack Rhoades, Houston's former athletic director, who just happens to be Missouri's current athletic director. So there's a natural tie in there. Justin Fuente, the coach at Memphis, he's going to have some great offers. Once his season is over and he's got a chance to, look at some jobs out there, and he would be, I think, a natural fit for Missouri. And then if you want to look in-house, there's one guy that really stands out, and that's Barry Odom, Missouri's defensive coordinator, who's done a great job with Missouri's defense this year, former Missouri player, longtime Missouri assistant coach, who will be a head coach sooner than later somewhere in the country. And if maybe some things don't fall out with guys with head coaching experience, I think he would be a pretty appealing candidate too. So Mack Rhoades will have some good options out there.
As Gary Pinkel's decided to retire at the end of the season. Dave Matter of the Post-Dispatch. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.